Deep in the woods of the small town of Oakstead, a strange discovery was made. It started with a faint whisper on a windy day, a voice that seemed to come from nowhere. It was a voice that none of the locals had ever heard before, and it made them all curious. As the days passed, the voice grew louder and more distinct, until it was clear that it was coming from somewhere in the woods. The people of Oakstead were determined to find out what was causing the mysterious voice. I was walking through the woods one day, when I suddenly stumbled upon a strange object. It was a small, round stone, about the size of a golf ball, with strange symbols engraved on its surface. I couldn't make out what the symbols meant, but it was clear that this was no ordinary rock. I picked it up and examined it more closely, feeling a strange energy emanating from it. I had no idea what this strange object was, but I knew it was something special. The final test was the most difficult and dangerous part of the magical task. It involved a series of tests and trials that the chosen one had to pass in order to prove their worth. These tests were designed to test the individual's courage, strength, and intelligence. The guardian of the magical realm watched from afar, judging the chosen one's performance in each trial. If the chosen one passed all the tests, they were rewarded with the magical ingredients and the guardian's blessing. After the final test, the guardian of the magical task bestowed upon the hero a great reward. The reward was a magical amulet that granted the hero the power to command any creature in the land. With this newfound power, the hero was able to protect the kingdom and restore peace and harmony to the land. The amulet was a symbol of the hero's courage and determination, and a reminder of the journey they had taken to complete the magical task. The guardian's reward was both a blessing and a reminder of the hero's bravery and strength. I was startled when I heard a mysterious voice coming from the depths of the cave. It was a deep and booming voice that seemed to be calling out my name. I was so taken aback that I couldn't move. I was scared and confused, but I couldn't ignore the voice. I knew that I had to find out who was calling me and what they wanted. As I slowly made my way through the darkness, I heard the voice again, urging me to come closer. I was hesitant, but something inside me was telling me to follow the voice. After much deliberation, I decided to follow the voice. I was not sure if it was a good idea, but something inside me told me that it was the right thing to do. I stepped out of my hiding spot and began walking in the direction of the voice. I was scared, but I felt a strange sense of curiosity as I walked. I had no idea what I would find, but I was determined to find out. As I walked, I felt my heart racing and my palms sweating, but I kept going, determined to see what the mysterious voice had to offer. The protagonist takes a deep breath and sets off into the unknown, following the mysterious voice they heard in the woods of Oakstead. As they walk, they take in the sights and sounds of the unfamiliar landscape, feeling a sense of anticipation and excitement. They move forward, unsure of what lies ahead, but determined to find the source of the voice. Along the way, they battle with the fear of the unknown, but the determination to find answers keeps them going. After a few hours of walking, they finally reach the edge of the woods and come face to face with a strange, alien-like landscape. I was expecting a barren wasteland, but what I found was quite the opposite. The landscape before me was lush and vibrant, with a variety of trees, shrubs, and wildflowers dotting the landscape. The air was filled with the sweet scent of fresh grass and the sound of birds singing in the trees. I took a deep breath and felt the warmth of the sun on my skin, a welcome change from the cold, dark cave I had just left of the sun. I was in awe of the beauty of this unexpected landscape, and I knew I was in for an adventure. The journey soon led to a strange and unfamiliar landscape. As the adventurers explored, they soon came across a mysterious figure. It was a tall, humanoid figure with a shimmering, ethereal glow. The figure was the Galactic Guardian, an ancient being tasked with protecting the galaxies from evil forces. The adventurers were awestruck by the Guardian's presence, but their amazement was quickly replaced by curiosity as the Guardian spoke to them. The Guardian welcomed the adventurers and challenged them to prove their worth by completing a series of tests. The Galactic Guardian stood before the travelers, his presence commanding respect and awe. He spoke in a deep, booming voice, outlining the challenge that lay ahead. He told them that they must traverse the treacherous terrain and overcome the many obstacles that stood in their way. He warned them that failure would result in dire consequences, but that success would bring them great rewards. He concluded his speech by telling them that they must trust their instincts, and that the journey would be long and difficult, but ultimately worth it. With that, the travelers set forth on their quest, filled with determination and optimism. The previous chapter left our hero with an important task to complete: to gather the ingredients for a magical spell. With the help of the Guardian of the Forest, our hero was given a list of items to collect and was warned of the dangers that lie ahead. Now, our hero must set off and brave the unknown in order to fulfill the task. The journey will be long and treacherous, but our hero must remain brave and determined if they are to succeed. With a heavy heart, our hero sets off on their quest, ready to face whatever is ahead. After being given the task by the magical guardian, the hero set out to gather the magical ingredients needed to complete the task. He searched far and wide, consulting with wise wizards and wise women, seeking out the rarest and most powerful ingredients. He traveled through forests and deserts, over mountains and seas, braving the elements and facing dangerous creatures. After a long and arduous journey, the hero finally returned with the magical ingredients in hand, ready to face the final test.
If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. We'll be bringing you more exciting stories and videos like this one. See you next time.